Artificial intelligence isn't just for tech geniuses, it isn't just for sci-fi fans, and it certainly isn't the end of the world. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI without having a PhD in robotics, without feeling you're on a disaster movie set. I'm talking about practical, everyday applications. So let's go to the computer now. First things first, let's find an AI tool that you can use easily. One of the most popular tools is ChatGPT. So to access it, you need to go to your web browser. I'm using Google today, but you can use your choice of web browser. So in the browser bar, you simply need to type ChatGPT, P for Peter, T. It's that simple. Press the return key and then head down here to chatgpt.com. Click on the link and you will see that you have the ChatGPT interface. Now today I'm going to use it without creating an account. If you want to create an account, you head up here. It says if you've already got an account you can log in. If you need to make one, you need to sign up. It's free to do, there is a free version. Messages can be limited, but there is a free version, and the big benefit of this is it remembers your chat history. So over on this side, if I were to log into my personal account, it would remember all the things I've asked ChatGPT to help me with in my everyday life. But for the purposes of this demonstration today, we're not going to do that. So the ChatGPT interface is really simple. You have a question here, what can I help you with? And imagine this is like your personal assistant, okay? This AI is brilliant. It can help you with so many things in your everyday life. So I'm going to show you a few now. And keep watching right to the end of the video because the last one I think is just fantastic. So keep watching for that and stay tuned. So in the text box, it literally says message ChatGPT. So it's as if you're sending a text message, to be honest. You can put as much detail as you want. The more information you give the AI, the better the response generally is. But let's see how we go. So the first thing I'm going to ask is I've got some friends coming this weekend for to eat with us. So I want some menu ideas. So I'm going to ask what the artificial intelligence can come up with. So in the box, I'm going to write hello, because I do like to be polite. Please, can you help me to design a menu for a dinner party? I have 4 guests coming to eat, and one of them is allergic, just make this up, to, let's say they have a wheat allergy, okay, popular allergy. This is the great thing about ChatGPT, she can really help you. So I have to put my glasses on so I can read. So she's come right back, and the first thing you'll notice is the speed of the response. I was blown away when we first used this. So she'd be happy to help us design a menu. Going to accommodate our guests with a wheat allergy, so we're going to avoid dishes that contain wheat. So she knows that we can't have bread, pasta or certain sauces that use flour as a thickener. They're going to focus on naturally wheat-free ingredients, but she's still going to make sure my meal is delicious and sophisticated. So she's come up with a balanced dinner party menu with a starter, a main course and dessert options. All in a matter of seconds, she has processed all that information and come up with this response. So starter, she has even given me, can you believe it, 3 choices of starter. Now I'm not going to make all of these, let's face it, I'm not operating a Michelin star restaurant here, but anyway, I have a choice. I could do a roasted butternut squash soup, very seasonal as we're at the time of year, a caprese salad, lovely if you're in the summer months, or a shrimp cocktail. So fantastic, I can pick one of those. Main course down here, as you can see, she's outlined 3 possible main courses for me. Herb crusted rack of lamb with roast veg, pan-seared sea bass with lemon butter sauce for those who are fish lovers, and grilled chicken with avocado salsa. So quite a range there. And dessert, she's come up with a flourless chocolate cake, a coconut panna cotta, or poached pears in red wine. Now, she's even gone a step further. And this is what I love about artificial intelligence. She's always one step ahead of me. Now, some people freak out about that, but I think you just have to embrace it. This is really a personal assistant. They should be thinking and be one step ahead of you. So she's even suggested some drinks, some wine pairings, and the idea of having some non-alcoholic drinks. And even there are some other notes down here about how to make a gluten-free gravy and about double checking labels and giving me some safety advice. Now, if you wanted to go a step further and you wanted a recipe for the flourless chocolate cake, if I say please in the message box, let's tell her she's great, because actually the AI works on you giving feedback. So thanks, that is great. Please can you, I'm a bit of a stickler for spelling. She doesn't mind if I make spelling mistakes, she understands. Please can you give me a recipe for the flourless chocolate cake? We hit the return button and she will give me. So she's happy that I'm pleased with the menu. And here we go. She's come up with a chocolate cake recipe. And I've got the ingredients. I've got all the ingredients I need, and I've got the instructions. Now, if you want to take this a step further and you want to see how to create the shopping list and you want to actually see my experiment, how I save money on my weekly shop, check out the link we'll put above to our other video about using AI to save a stat load of money on your shopping bill, because that's really interesting, the challenge that I did. Now, another thing that you can do with this is writing letters or emails. We don't really write letters these days, but emails, she is absolutely fantastic. If you're not confident or you're dyslexic or anything like that and you have a problem with writing letters, or like me, sometimes you just can't be bothered to find the words, AI is fantastic for that. So I was a teacher, so I am now going to imagine the scenario that I've got kids at a school and I want to take my kids out of school, and we all know how tricky that can be, especially in the UK, for a holiday in term time. So I've got to ask my head teacher permission, but you can use it to write your emails anywhere, to your local council, to the bank, whatever. The applications are limitless, but that's my little scenario. So, okay, that's perfect. And she'll know that I'm happy. I also need to write a letter to the head teacher of my children's school asking permission to take them on a 5-day holiday in term time. This is the only chance my children will have this year to see their grandparents who live abroad. So that's my little scenario. So I've said letter because I'm still stuck back in a time when we wrote letter. So let's just change that and email, because really that's more likely I'm going to send an email into the school secretary. So I'm going to write an email, and let's hit the return button, see what she comes up with. And if you don't like it, you can always tell her. This is a great thing. She's so flexible and adaptable. And you have to remember all the time that you are in charge of the AI. That's the best advice I can give you. If you don't like something, tell her. She can modify things. You work with the computer, but you are the one who is ultimately in control of the computer. So, subject, request for permission to take children on holiday during term time. Oh, she's even told me up there she's been polite and respectful. I do like that. Anyway, dear, I need to put the head teacher's name in. I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to request your permission to take my children, I'm going to add their names, on a 5-day holiday during term time. This is a special opportunity for them to visit their grandparents who live abroad, and it's the only chance we have this year to spend time with them. Well, so far I'm thinking this is great. We understand the importance of regular school attendance. Always good to acknowledge how great education is, and do not make this request lightly. However, due to the distance and the nature of the situation, we feel it would be invaluable for the children to connect with their grandparents at this time. The dates we are looking at are from, and you've got to add in the dates, and we will ensure that they catch up on any missed work upon our return. If possible, we would greatly appreciate any guidance on how we can best support the children in managing any academic work during their absence. Now, personally, I would take that paragraph out, because I do feel as a teacher that if you're going to I understand that parents take their kids out of school, but you're not going to get work in the state system to catch up on. So I'm going to ask her to take that paragraph out, but it's just to show you that you can modify it. And then she says, thank you for considering our request. I understand that these decisions are at your discretion and would be grateful for your understanding and support. And then she's ended up best regards, and she's given me some advice. So she said at the end, if you'd like to adjust the tone or include additional details, feel free to let me know. So don't just accept what she says. I'm going to go back, I'm going to take out that paragraph. So I'm going to say to her, on the whole, this is great, or overall, this is perfect. Please, can you take out the paragraph asking support for missed work, as this is not appropriate. It's not appropriate. And she will amend straight away, within seconds. You'll see, let's go down. She's already typing it out for me, and she's taken out the paragraph. Now what you can do then is literally copy and paste this, and you just highlight it, right click it, copy it, and you can put it in, we use Word, you can put it into Word, fill in the gaps, and then email it to your head teacher. So I hope you can see it. This is all done in a matter of seconds. And as I said, the important thing to do is to change what you want. You need to tell the AI if you're not happy with something, if you don't like a word, if you don't like the tone, because it is clever enough to adjust those things. Now, the final thing I'm going to show you today is how this AI can be used for travel purposes. Now, we love to travel, and we have been experimenting with using this for various things to do with our traveling. And I'm going to give you the scenario that we're going to spend 2 days in London, and I'm going to tell the AI when I'm going, and I'm going to ask it to come up with a 2-day itinerary. Just watch this. Okay, no need to buy a guidebook anymore. This is just fantastic. So, also, I am heading to London in December, and could you give me a 2-day itinerary for things to do and see in central London? Now, I've given the AI the month, because I'm aware that there might be seasonal things going on in London that I want she may know about. But also I've said that I want to see in central London, because I'm really not interested in going around the outskirts of London. I haven't got time to go to the Harry Potter studios. I haven't got time to do things around London. So I want to stay in central London. Right, hit on the return button. Let's see what she comes up with. Okay, and you can see straight away, it's literally instantaneous. So, classic London sites. Morning, she's suggesting breakfast at Borough Market near London Bridge, and then I'm going to have a short stroll to see London Bridge and Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. Excuse me. Lunch, she says, head to St Catherine's Docks. She's even told me to go to a traditional pub, the Dickens Inn. I'm going to have to wait while she's just carrying on here. There we go. And in the afternoon, she's suggesting that I go to the top of the Shard, and then I walk along the South Bank, and then I go up to Covent Garden, and then in the evening that I take in a West End theatre show and I have dinner in Soho. Now, I actually do come from the UK, so I can tell, and lived fairly near London, so I can tell you that that is all doable in a day. Okay, she has come up with something that's quite sensible. She's starting near London Bridge. I know I can do all of that on foot in the morning, just to show you how accurate she is. I'd have to check out with the Dickens Inn. I'd probably have to just check that that's still open and whether that was kind of restaurant. But if you found out you didn't want to do that, you can ask her for other suggestions. Then I know I could probably go to the Shard, and I can go back to Covent Garden, and that works perfectly. Day 2, she's got Royal London and culture and shopping. So she's suggesting something quite nice, a breakfast at the Wolseley Cafe on Piccadilly. Then I'm going to go to Buckingham Palace and St James's Park, and I'm going to take in afterwards Westminster Abbey and Big Ben. Again, that is all walkable. She's found another traditional English pub for me to have lunch in. And in the afternoon, I'm going to go to St Paul's Cathedral. Now, I do know I can hop on public transport and go back towards the city to go to St Paul's Cathedral. And then she's got a couple of museum visits. So here, I think in the afternoon here, she's sending me to St Paul's Cathedral. And then if I go to the National Gallery, I'm coming back. I'm going one direction and coming back in another. So I might tweak that a little bit. And then the evening, she suggested some shopping and where to have dinner and a nightcap on a rooftop bar. So I think you can see the applications of this for your everyday life are limitless. There are loads of things she can help you with. So I hope today that I have debunked some of the myths around artificial intelligence and that you now feel confident about logging, about using ChatGPT, and a few ideas about how you can use it in your everyday life. So if you've enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to hear more from me, please put the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon.